didn't really want to be the first one, but democracy just chose me, right? As you can see, I'm going to talk about why Brazil should invest in sports. So the first thing is that it's something that I really believe in, and it is that Brazilians are naturally skilled people. With low investments, we already show good results, like we're the best third world country, ranked in the last Olympic Games. So, but that's not just reasons to invest in sports. So I brought a whole bunch of benefits that sports can bring to a country that really invest in pretty well. So, economical benefits are that sports can create very good job opportunities, not just for rich people or for the sportmen, but also in every single scale of society. Since the janitor that takes care of a club to the coach that takes care of the whole team, it can help create many jobs and keep the cycle of society growing. Sports can bring outside investments, and an example is that in Rio, it happened the Saquarema tournament, or surf, the WSL, and it was on all TVs. And since then, they started doing some investments on building surfboards, and that's just an example that happened last month. So that's another thing that could help a country. Other countries already benefit highly from sports, and I brought the example of England with Premier League, their soccer league, that generates 2.4 billion pounds a year. That's like 12 billion reais a year just for television of soccer. It also has a great variety of social benefits. It can keep kids off streets. ONGs can create a lot of things that can keep kids off streets. They can build a society where kids, instead of staying in school, then going home and not having anyone at home, they go to the streets and are inserted in a violence kind of society. They can go to ONGs and learn about sports, they can have a new life by learning what to do with their abilities. It can fight poverty. As I said in the last slide, it creates a whole bunch of jobs, not just for rich people, but for poor people. So it can fight poverty and help economy. And it brings up nationalism and calms the population. So it helps the government rule it better and do what they want to do without having the population always constantly criticizing them. People get distracted with sports, and then it can really help the government. So these are a few pictures that can illustrate what I just said. And as we can think, not only kids that are on ONGs are going to become sportists. So many of them will just keep on with their normal lives. That's why I brought some introspective benefits to the people that practice sports. Playing sports can help you focus and develop teamwork abilities that can really help you in the market job, in your future jobs. It creates a sense of belonging. Any person that practices sports are inserted in a society where they can meet people that have the same ideas that they have in these sports. So you don't feel like you're alone anymore. You have someone to connect with. And it also teaches you to fight for what you want. That's like the competition that you learn to develop in sports. It teaches you to go for it. Makes you learn how to fight, and that's how you develop your abilities that will help you in the future. But I don't believe in just saying what it brings to you. I have to tell you how to do it. So Brazil could provide help to ONGs that can take kids off the streets and help them become sportists, or just get those introspective abilities. So I brought an example of Instituto Gabriel Medina, that's a surfer, and he took 40 kids in the beginning to help them learn how to surf kids that already showed potential, but he took them off the streets. They were really poor, so they couldn't afford a good surfboard and stuff. So he doesn't only teach them how to surf. They have English classes. They learn how to use their abilities in other ways, and that's one way that we could invest in sports. Something that we have to do is improve inspection in all sports areas to fight corruption. Because in Brazil's society, sports are really corrupt thing. We're always losing the opportunity of having a better sport environment because half of the money that we put in are wasted on corruption. And that's something that we really should fight for. And that's why I wrote then. After ending up with corruption, we can start financing sportsmen and helping small clubs thrive so that they can reach the higher levels and start developing more money to make our economy start growing again.